Guys, can you be a little quieter? Sam. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. It's Kasha Dupuy from the Niagara on the Lake Public Library, and we are just about to get started with our STEAM story time. If you can believe, it's week 11. We've done 11 STEAM story times together. So today we're going to be talking about nighttime animals and doing a really cool kind of art-inspired activity that's really fun and almost like magical. It's one of my favorite magical things to do with paint and different kind of crayons and pastels. So we'll just wait another minute or so before we get started. But we have our spiffy new graphics up. So just a couple housekeeping things before we get started. My boys are home, and you know what? They are playing today. They're playing kind of loud. Playing is learning, so we might be interrupted by them today. I've asked them to not be so loud, but if they're loud today, I don't mind because they are making really cool imaginative stories with their Lego and their trains and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to let the loud happen today. It'll be more exciting that way. Also, if you joined us on Monday for our Create with Kasha, you might have seen that we had a slight technical difficulty. My internet dropped from my house, so every single week that I've been saying, hey, in case I drop, don't worry, I will be back, and we were back. So chances are that might happen today. It's been really good all morning, but just in case this does drop, I will be back, I promise. And yeah, my dogs are here. They're actually both sleeping on the ground, but you know what? They tend to wake up when I start talking at the camera because they think I'm talking to them. So you know what? It is 11:02. Let's get started. Oh, Evie's. Oh no, never mind. Let's get started with our STEAM story time. So hi everybody. How are you? Hopefully, hi Nicholas and hi Jay and hi everybody else. If you'd like me to do a shout out, if you want me to say hi to you, just mention it in the comments below, and I will see it hopefully, and I'll be able to say hi. So usually at the beginning of STEAM story time or at the end of STEAM story time is when I can say hi to everybody. So yeah, hi Nicholas, hi Jay. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, and hopefully anybody else that wants me to say hi will say in the comments. So today we are looking at we're talking about, nighttime, the nighttime world and nighttime animals. So we're going to read a story called The Night World by Mordecai Gerstein, and it is a very cool book. I'm going to show you some really cool pictures. I actually have an update to share with you. I'm going to do that at the very end of our STEAM story time. But I also just wanted to flip over to this graphic here, just so that you can see, because tomorrow is a big day for us. Tomorrow, our Niagara on the Lake Public Library Summer Reading Program registration opens on our website. So if you are a new reader, if you're 2 or 3 years old, or if you're 14 or 15, you are welcome to join. We're very excited about some of the stuff we're having happen. I can't talk today. My goodness. With the summer reading program, we have kits that are available for you to pick up. We have a whole bunch of online activities. STEAM Storytime is actually going to continue throughout the summer. So all of those fantastic things will be coming up over the summer, and registration opens tomorrow, and that will be on www.nottlepubliclibrary.org. Very excited. Yes, I just want to share that with you so everybody knows. So let's transition back to the camera. And yes, I have my mouse here today. We're still working out some of the technical pieces of this, but it's just my little mouse. And actually, if you want to see it close, it's got cute little ice cream cones and stuff on it. Okay, so let's move that over here for now. And let's get started with our book today. So today's story is called The Night World, and it's illustrated and written and illustrated by Mordecai Gerstein, and it was published in 2015 by the Hatchet Book Group. So thank you very much for letting us use this awesome book in our story time today. before we get started, look at the inside. What are all those things? Can anybody tell me? What are those? Those are stars. Yeah, a sky full of stars. And I think that might be the Milky Way galaxy. Maybe we'll talk about stars and galaxies another story time. It'll be very exciting to do that. Okay, are we ready? Let's get started. Good night, Sylvie. And I think Sylvie's the cat. The night world. Meow. Huh? Meow. It's too late to go out, Sylvie. Or is it too early? Me out? I think he thinks the cat's asking for me to go out. Everyone is sleeping, even the goldfish. Everyone except for Sylvie and me. So let's look at that page. There's Sylvie the cat right there. There's a bird that's sleeping. A goldfish is sleeping. What other animals are in here? Another person. A dog is sleeping. Is this our house? In the dark, it seems a different place. Me out, says Sylvie. It's coming. What's coming? It's almost here, she says. Hurry. The grass is wet with dew. The air is warm and sweet. The dark is soft and comfortable. This is the night world. These are shadows. There are shadows everywhere. 1 second, please. Sorry, everybody. Okay. That didn't work anyway. Are these shadows roses? Let's see. Can you guys see them? There's roses. Are those lilies and sunflowers? Where are their colors? That shadow is a deer. Is this one a rabbit? A porcupine looks up and whispers, "It's almost here." "It's coming," murmur all the animals. "It's almost here." Then a robin says, "It's on its way." Now another farther off, "Here it comes." "It's almost here," says a chickadee. "It's almost here." Now birds, near and far, each in its own language, "It's on its way." Does anyone know what's on its way? What do you think? What could all the animals be talking about? All the animals that are out at night, what could they be talking about? "Look," says Sylvie. "Look, look," sing all the birds. Suddenly, all is still. Through the leaves of the trees, there is a glow. What's that glow? Anyone guess? Anyone know? Ooh, I rhymed. I love it. Colors are starting to appear. Let's see. Here and there, shadows start to slip away. "Where's everyone going?" I ask. "This is our bedtime," says the porcupine. "Sweet dreams," I say. So let's think about that. The porcupine is starting to go to bed when it's daytime? The glow flares above the trees. Clouds turn pink and orange. Look at this page. The grass turns green. The roses turn pink and red. The lilies and sunflowers turn yellow. "It's here," says Sylvie. And the great glowing golden disk of the sun bursts from the top of the trees. "Good morning, sun," says Sylvie. "Good morning," sing all the birds. "It's going to be a beautiful day." I sing too. "Good morning, sun." So it's daytime. And good morning to you, Sylvie. "Meow," says Sylvie. From the house, I hear yawns. Everyone is waking up. Good morning, everyone. It's going to be a beautiful day. And that's the end of the book. So that was The Night World by Mordecai Gerstein, and it was published in 2015 by Hatchet Books. So thank you very much for letting us use that today in our STEAM story time. So it's a cool little story that talks about animals that come out at nighttime, and some that wake up for nighttime, and some that go to bed when it gets to be the morning. So those animals actually have a special name, and I have a picture to show you. Let me get my trusty little mouse here, and I'm going to put that picture right up so you can see, and I'll talk about what that means. So animals that like to sleep during the day and wake up at night are called nocturnal. So that's a big long word up top. See right there with the Nocturnal. Nocturnal. Can you guys say that? Nocturnal. It means that animals that usually only come out at nighttime. So if there are animals that only come out in the daytime and they sleep at night, just like us, those are animals that only come out during the day, and they are called diurnal. So Dinural. So there's two very big words today, but nocturnal means sleeping at night, being awake at night and asleep during the day, and diurnal means you're awake during the day and you sleep at night. So one cool thing I learned is that animals that are nocturnal, so those are the ones who are awake at night, have bigger eyes. So see that, those two big eyes there? Nocturnal animals have bigger eyes because they need to get more of the light as possible that's out in the nighttime. So the reflection off the moon or lights that people have in their backyard or street lights, they need all the light that they can get to see during the nighttime. Diurnal animals actually have smaller eyes because when they're awake during the day, there's light everywhere. The sun is shining, mostly the sun is shining, but also there's like lights around. They don't need any help seeing because the light is out to help them see. So a cool way that you can tell if an animal is nocturnal or diurnal sometimes is by looking at their eyes. So animals that have big eyes are nocturnal, and animals that have small eyes are diurnal. So that means they sleep during the night and are awake at the daytime. Okay, so before I switch over, I'm going to move my camera, but look, you can look at that picture of nocturnal and diurnal a little bit. I'm practicing those words, nocturnal, diurnal. And I'm going to show you, we're going to do a little bit of a look-see at what kind of animals would be nocturnal at nighttime. So here's our trusty STEAM story time. I think for next week I'm going to actually make a brand new STEAM story time sign. But I have some cards here that have some different animals on them that would be nocturnal. So animals that only would come out at night. And I'm going to make a nighttime color. So what color is everything at nighttime? It was in the book, remember? Like gray and black, right? That's the color at nighttime usually is. And you know what? I didn't even open my black paint today. It's a brand new one. I'll just put that over there. So I'm going to mix some black paint with my glitter because I want the glitter to be like little stars. And this is actually watercolor paint. And I'm going to wipe my thumb because I made my thumb all black with the paint. And I'm going to mix this together. And can you think of some animals that are nocturnal? What kind of animals only come out at night? I have a few ideas. Let's see, I'm going to take a little bit of water and mix that in here. So one animal that would come out at nighttime, it sounds like this. Let's see if you can guess. Ooh, ooh. What is that? That's an owl. So let's see this owl up here. Just like that. I think I need a little bit more water. There we go. So one animal that would be nocturnal is an owl. Now let's see. Here we go. I think I need to water this down a little bit more. Brand new paint. So can everybody see that little owl there? So this owl is a nocturnal animal. One of those animals that lives and likes to come out only at night. Sometimes you see animals during the day. Yeah, sometimes they come out. They're allowed to come out whenever they like, actually. But they tend to find their food and do all of their kind of important stuff during the nighttime. So another one. another animal that's nocturnal. We see them a lot around Halloween. They fly at nighttime. They make like a flap, flap, flap sound with their wings. They eat lots of mosquitoes. Let's see. Did anyone say bat? Because bats are nocturnal. Bats like to live and come out mostly at night. That's when they feel safest. So there's a bat. That's another nocturnal animal. Okay, let's see. We have some more here. Oh, this one's kind of a tricky one. This is a two-part. So other animals that are nocturnal. These ones, let's see if you can guess. One of them builds webs. What would that be? A spider. Spiders like to do all their building, a lot of their building at nighttime. That's when we see a lot of spiders coming around our front yard because they like to build lots of nests, or not nests, lots of webs there. And another thing that we see a lot of when it gets dark, a certain kind of insects, right? So there are mosquitoes right there. Mosquitoes always come out at night, especially since the weather got warm. There's some moths that come out, so they flap around all those light sources because they're looking for light. And then this one is supposed to be a firefly, but it was kind of tricky to show a firefly in black and white. So this is a firefly. Actually, last year we saw our very first firefly around our house, which was very cool. So I'm going to put the firefly and the insects over here. Another one that we would see that's a nocturnal animal. It likes to eat pretty much anything, but a lot of people think of these things as eating only cheese. And they scurry around and they're very small. What would that be? It would be a mouse. Yep. Mice like to come out at nighttime because they can hide really easy. They slip into those little tiny, dark spots and nothing eats them or catches them, or they can get away with all that food. They can steal our little bit of food so that they can eat. Lots of playing today. Now this one, I see sometimes. They like to go through our neighbors and sometimes our garbage. Does anyone know what I'm thinking about? They have a long tail that has like stripes on the tail, and they have a black mask across their face. This one is a raccoon. So raccoons come out. Have you guys seen a raccoon at night before? We've been seeing a lot of them around our neighborhood. I think people are putting lots of garbage out the night before, and then the raccoons are like, "Oh, free lunch! Wonderful, thank you, everybody." I also like to. There's lots of raccoons. Actually, our neighbor had a raccoon on their roof before. It's crazy. Now this one. These ones you don't really want to see. They can be a little bit smelly. What kind of animal would that be? They stick their tail up in the air if you get too close. These are skunks. Yeah, skunks are nocturnal. They like to come out at nighttime and find their dinner and bugs, and I think they like to go through garbage too sometimes. But skunks are also nocturnal animals. These are animals that we see where we live. There are different kind of nocturnal animals too. Like in Australia, there's actually like armadillos that come out at night, and anteaters. Some kangaroos come out at night. Different animals come out. Different nocturnal animals live all over the world, and they come all out at different times of the day. So our STEAM activity that you'll be able to try at home today is to make your very own nighttime scene, just like I made these cards here. So what you're going to need is some paint, just like I used. Make sure it's really watery. You're going to need a white crayon or oil pastel. Actually, any color crayon will work. Yellow looks really cool because yellow looks like it's glowing. Blue can work, purple can work, pretty much any color. And what you would do is you just can draw a scene. So I'm drawing a tree here. I'm going to draw some grass. It's probably hard to see because I'm drawing in white. But I'm going to draw a moon, just like there. Maybe it's a full moon that night. And then I'm going to draw some grass. And you know what? I'm going to draw, what can I do that's flying? I'm going to draw some bats. I'm going to draw a bat here. And it might be just a single color bat, just because they're doing some really good playing today. I don't know if you guys can hear them. And then I'm going to do some mosquitoes, because bats eat mosquitoes. Thankfully, they eat mosquitoes. And then maybe down here, oh, you know what? There's one I didn't do. Does anyone see bunnies that come out at nighttime? We see lots of bunnies around our neighborhood now. So once you've made, oh look, I didn't put some dots for starters too. Once you've made your scene, just like that, with white crayon. It's actually kind of tricky to see right now, but we take our paint and we very lightly go over it with our paintbrush, and all of the pastel or the crayon resists the paint, which means the wax and what the crayon is made up of stops the paint from getting through to the paper. Yeah, so it's a really cool technique, and you can do different colors on top as well. You can make it darker or lighter. It is up to you as to what colors you want to use and how dark you want your night scene to be. This is something we've done in our STEAM story times before when they were still happening at the library. It was a very popular activity. We made a really cool, like, purple moon kind of night scene. So, okay, so that is what you can do at home. That is your STEAM challenge, to create a really cool nighttime scene using pastels and paint and paper. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to flip it back over. Actually, I was going to do the update to show you what happened. So remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about doing that. We had tadpoles. We had some tadpoles. They went through that life cycle. So they started as tadpoles. They turned into froglets. So they started growing legs. Then they lost their tail and they turned into frogs. And I wanted to show you, look, those are the froglets we have. Those are the tiny little ones that we have right now. Yeah, these are the little frogs that we have. Just like that. Yeah, tiny baby frogs. There's one little one in there. And you know what? We actually have like 20 of them. But when I tried to take a picture, they ran away. So there's one right on the left there. That's how small they are. And then there are a whole bunch of little ones that were hiding in there. Okay, so that is our STEAM story time today. So I'm just going to flip back over to the side so I can say bye to you guys all today. And yeah, you know what? My boys were a little bit loud today, but sometimes that's just what playing is. Playing is learning. So hopefully you had fun watching how to make a really cool nighttime scene using crayons and paint. Hopefully you enjoyed the Night World book by Mordecai Gerstein. And we hope to see you next week at 11 o'clock for a kind of special STEAM story time. I think we're going to be talking all about pets and pet care. So you're actually going to be able to see, hopefully if they cooperate, you'll be able to see my puppies on screen. Yeah, Ben and Evie will be guest stars for next week's STEAM story time. And don't forget, our summer reading program registration opens tomorrow, and that will be on our website. And again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you later. Oh, I went a little bit too quickly. But anyway, have a great afternoon, everybody. Bye.